It's lights out and away we go!
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the GT UK F1 podcast. I'm joined by Alan.
Hello.
And David.
Hey, everyone. Sorry, Gabe, you've got to put up with this for one more time this year.
So, how's everybody feeling now there's no racing anymore?
I'm bored.
This season.
Well, let's say you've only got obviously about 84 days at time of recording.
I'm still bored.
You know, the joys of the season running as late as it has done.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of a shorter season next year, though.
Not really, no, we're still finishing in the start of December.
Yeah, but we're a little bit earlier than what this year was.
Vegas falls on my birthday again, just for a change, but there'll be no podcast out with us, we'll all be playing GTA 6.
Yeah, I know. There's something to keep occupied for until the race starts.
Well, that'll be the end of the 26th season, unfortunately, I haven't got it now. No, unless you've got an insider you're not telling us about.
No.
Yeah.
So, basically, we're just going to do a season. I'll give our sort of overview of the season review. It might go off topic, it might not, who knows.
Watch this, will be the first on topic thing we've ever fucking done.
Probably.
It's the one with no topic.
So, let me put a question to you two then. Do you think that the calendar... Do you think that the calendar was good in terms of logistics?
Logistically, depends on how you look at it. So, when we first see the list, it's like, why are they doing it this way, when they can do it that way? But actually, if you take it as the world as round, it does sort of make sense after a while.
He's round, he's coming here with that witchcraft.
Because normally, when you see it as they display it on the map, it's all flat and it's like. But actually, when you think about it,
There's
it
still
does make a lot of
places
sense.
where it does jump around a little bit. Actually, next year's looking better than this year was.
Yeah.
Because I remember this year, I think, did we do like, went out to America, then came back to you, whereas this year we're kind of not doing that.
Depends on which time we were in America.
Well, I know for next year we're getting to Spain.
Yes, we're getting Barcelona and this new Madrid circuit to have a look at.
But we're losing him all.
Which is a shame, but at least we're keeping Barcelona for a little bit longer, because Barcelona was always a good track.
I mean, for me, also you're going from Jeddah to Miami.
Yeah.
And then you're going Canada. But then if you look at it, okay, fair enough, you're then going to Canada.
Yeah, so once they get over there, they are sort of...
Yeah, because then you're doing basically doing Europe, Monaco, Barcelona, Austria, Silverstone, Belgium, obviously Hungary.
I will say what I always say, and I realise this is an unpopular opinion, but I'm quite good at those. I do think the calendar's too long.
That's 24 races.
I honestly believe that. Think of the people involved, the time away doing it.
Oh yeah.
I think 18 to 20 races will be the sweet spot.
Which is how it used to be.
Well, we had 23.
Well, no, but it's creeped up over the years from about 16.
Yeah.
To me personally, I'd limit it at about 20.
And then we had 22.
Because you could spread that over the years. Over the year, you could have a decent break in the middle. You wouldn't have to finish as late. Just, like I say, I realise there's going to be people out there going, no, we need as much racing as possible. We should have one every weekend. And it's like, no.
Well, you kind of feel sorry for that. You kind of feel sorry for.
For the people working in the teams.
Well, this year, next year especially, you've got 6 days of testing next year.
Yeah, you said that. We think is to get to grips with the new cars and.
From the 11th, I know this is off topic, but kind of 11th February, 11th February to the 13th, and then the 18th to the 20th. So you've got 2 days of testing, 6 days of testing, even before the season has kicked into full swing. So that's going to put more workload on the teams.
Mm.
They're going to be absolutely wiped out.
This is me scanning here, but there's 6 months that have 3 race weekends in them.
Yeah.
So 6 months, those people might get 1 weekend at home if they're lucky.
Yeah.
Imagine if your line of work you were only able to get home 1 weekend out of 4.
Yep.
I don't think you'd be overly happy on that one.
No.
And I get these people do it. And I'm not. I'm sure there's some that enjoy it. There's probably some who like being away. That says more about them than it does about the sport. But I just feel that, and I get races want races, and it's great. But maybe we need to start bring the races down and then have it so we do different tracks on different years.
Yeah, I mean, look at last year. Max got the most wins in a season. But what do you expect when you have that many races?
That's it, and you get the old adage people say, where like, oh, well, Hamilton scored so many more points than Schumacher did. Well, it's like, well, Schumacher only had about 17 races a year when he did his championships. Yeah. Of course you're going to hit these records faster when you have more opportunities to hit them.
I mean, next year, if I'm right, it actually starts a week earlier than normal, because normally it starts around my birthday, which is middle of March.
Yeah, well, it's 6th of March, it's Australia, so it's right at the beginning.
Whereas it was the 16th, so it was the 14th of March.
Yeah.
This year.
It's starting a week earlier next year.
Which makes me...
It does look like we have got the gap in the middle, because we have July 24th at Budapest, then we have August 21st at Netherlands. So you are getting probably like a 4-week break.
Yeah, which I think we had something like that earlier this year, where there was sort of like a 3-week break.
Was that not because of, what was it last year when it was last year, wasn't it, when Emilia Romagna didn't happen?
Because it got flooded out.
With like a month break. When it was like a month break there.
Yeah, because
we also had it this year as well.
Everyone's always had a summer break. Everyone's always done a summer break, as they call it, usually about 6 weeks.
Yeah, from July till August. It's just after Hungary. You see, they do Hungary, and that's it. They say summer break them.
Yeah, well, that's how it is this year. So then it looks like you've got a 2-week break, if my maths are correct, between Zandvoort and Monza.
Yeah.
I haven't got a calendar. I'm just pulling this off the F1 website, so I haven't got a cross-reference calendar open. But so yeah, to go back to your question, I think the calendar worked well. I think it worked about as well as it could.
Yeah.
But that doesn't. To me, there was ways we could change and improve it, both for people's well-being and just in general for fans. I feel.
I mean, for me, I think if you got rid of a couple of races, one of the races that I know people are going to hate me for it, but I don't care, is Monaco needs to go. I know I love Monaco, but it's such a boring race.
I told you, make Monaco F1's Goodwood Festival of Speed.
Yeah.
It's not a championship event, but we go there, we take some old cars, we take some old drivers, have a few short event weekends, and do stuff like that at Monaco.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't, even this year, because this was the year when we tried that mandatory 2 pit stops, wasn't it?
And it didn't work.
And it ended up with George Russell pedaling round slower than the safety car for 58 laps. And then just taking a penalty because he was quicker than taking a pit stop.
Yeah.
So, this is the thing. They're keen on trying to jazz up the racing a little bit, which I get. but you've also got to try and not interfere with the sport too much. And it's a fine line.
Have a look at
I'll take
Qatar.
a quote that you normally say, David. Make every weekend a sprint weekend.
That will be my solution. But the thing is, you've got a second bonus there, because that means you have 2 races every weekend. Think of how good that is
Yeah.
for fans. Because
Yep.
people who are going on a Saturday get to see a race.
Yeah.
You know, that's my logic there. And like I say, my other idea, which is generally hated, is the one about letting rookie drivers have a full race weekend. But
Kind of not. I'm not against it, but
like I say,
Monaco.
well, no, but if I got in control of the FIA, Christ, things had changed. But if I got FIA, every driver would have to sit out 1 race weekend, and they'd have to nominate it before the start of the season.
yeah.
So we'd have a list before Australia of, right, Max is sitting out this race, Lando this race. To me, it would be fair because it would even itself out because they would all miss 1. I mean, drivers would probably pick the track they think they do worst at, which is fair enough. Like say we'd have 20 rookies at Monaco and it'd be fucking chaos.
Yeah.
Be the best race we've ever seen there for a while.
Be absolute chaos. But you know, and like I say, my opinion there is it would give the rookie drivers not just a practice session; it give them a full race weekend.
Yeah.
Which would build experience ready for say the next generation. But yeah, to me, if they want to make the racing more interesting, they need to go to Pirelli. We need tyres that go off quicker.
Well, they
Less
tried that.
predictable tyres.
They tried that with Qatar, and Qatar just was not good this year.
Yeah, well, just keep following that idea. Just tyres that literally will go off sharply and a little bit unpredictably. And I know people are going to say they hate that, but these are meant to be good drivers. They can deal with it.
Rookies couldn't, though.
You know, we're not going to get refueling back and forth as much as some of us want it.
That would be so much more.
Well,
I am a big fan of refuel.
Yeah, because it took away this let's pedal around as slowly as possible to make the fuel last.
Yeah.
because isn't the talk of, or I think they might be already doing it this year, or whether it's in place next year or this year, because the F1 are running on like synthetic fuel.
It's like biofuel, isn't it?
Yeah. I just said bring back the Scream. Just bring back the Screaming V10s.
No, I told you. Literally, take away all the restrictions. Teams have a minimum weight and maximum horsepower. You build an engine to those specs.
Yeah, but a max horsepower would be 1,000, wouldn't it?
All right, yeah. Your engine has to weigh at least, I don't know what anyway, 200 kilos. Liquid in everything. And it must have 1,000 horsepower, of which 250 must come from electric. Because it's like the hybrid. That is the only, other than that, build what you want. Because like I've said, you've got some brilliant engineers, and when you give them freedom, there might just come the next big innovation, which is in all our road cars in 5 years' time.
Quite possibly.
I knew he would have a field day, wouldn't he?
Well, not just
It'd
because
be his element.
like I say, some of the engineers, if you give them that kind of freedom,
yeah,
what they'd be, you might get somebody might frigging try a rotary or something like that. Because when you Cadillac rock up with a massive V8,
Yeah.
go full American. Ferrari go back to the days of like the 3-litre V12.
Yeah.
Like I say, you might just get that next brilliant innovation.
Yeah.
Because you've given them the opportunity to, whereas when you tie them down to this set of regs, you end up with the same result because you're all doing it the same way.
What was it? McLaren used this. McLaren had the front wings where they were well, they're bringing him for the next year anyway. But they activated on downforce. So the higher speed you had, you could see they flex, the flexi wing.
Yeah.
You know, remember Mercedes and that? What did they call it? That what's it steering they had?
Oh, where they pulled it
Pulled the
and
wheel
pushed.
backwards
Yeah,
and forwards. It adjusted the front toe angle.
I thought that was a brilliant idea.
That's fucking genius.
Was it not? It wasn't DAS or something like that, was it? No.
That's something. Yeah, it adjusted the camber. I think it was, they pulled it out. It adjusted the camber.
Yeah.
That was absolutely genius. Now, don't get me wrong, I can't see that being in road cars anytime soon, but the idea of adjustable camber is something which could certainly make its way into your road cars.
Oh, yeah.
You know, so there's a lot of stuff we take for granted on modern road cars that started in Formula One.
Yeah.
ABS, traction control, dual clutch gearboxes. All that was F1 developed.
Oh,
So
yeah.
if we give them freedom, we could get the next ones.
Even ERS.
Yeah,
Well-
well, Shell's MG's got KERS on it.
Some cars
Yeah.
have already got KERS on them.
Yeah, Shell's MG has.
Yeah.
You touch the brakes, take your foot off the throttle, and you can feel it. It's actually that sharp, it puts the brake lights on.
Christ.
Because it genuinely pulls the car back. If you've got it on max setting, which we generally leave it on the top setting, you can feel it pulling the car back.
Yeah.
You know, it's a great. It doesn't add that much back to the range. I'll be honest. It doesn't add loads, but it just helps that little bit.
It's regenerative braking, isn't it?
Yeah, but contrary to, it doesn't actually use the brakes.
Engine brake.
No engine has it. Basically, it uses
It has the electric.
It just uses a bit of drag on the axle to generate a bit of electric.
Yeah, but still regenerative. I cannot say that fucking word.
Regenerative.
Yeah, it's still basically braking,
Yeah.
but
Like I said, let's say if you ever get a chance hitting you around with the car, I'll show you what it does and saying it's frigging. You can feel it pull you back. Well,
so
we wandered off topic already.
You got any question? You got a question?
Rookie of the year.
I'll let Chris go ahead on that one as our valiant host.
I'm going to say Kimi Antonelli. To be honest,
Fair.
over the others, I want to say Kimi.
Fair.
David?
Kimi's a good shout. It's just, are we classing Behrman as a rookie in this?
Yes.
It actually doesn't change my answer, but I just wanted to query it. I'm going Isaac.
I thought you might.
And to be honest, probably if you go on pure results, you've probably got the answer with Kimi.
Yeah.
But I think Isaac's rise from Australia to the end of the season, like I say, we remember Australia, he didn't make it to the grid.
No.
You know, and we had the comments from your best mate, Dr. Helmut Marko.
Who we should say that is no longer going to be with us with the team.
I'm sure I could hear you shouting whoopee long before you put it in the group chat. 40 odd miles away, and I could hear him doing backflips. But anyway, so yeah, to go from that to basically having secured himself the Red Bull drive, which is a shame because I liked him and I thought his career was going places, but what can you do?
Well, yeah.
But yes, that's my answer is Isaac Hadjar. Alan?
I'm with you, Hadjar. Don't get me wrong, Kimi did have a good season.
I think towards the end, all the rookies had a solid season. There's a case for Bortoletto.
Yeah.
You consider the car he had. Kimi's got the one big advantage is Kimi had the best car of the rookies.
And
Yes.
that's where I'm sort of taking that sort of side of away from because he had the best car.
Yeah, I'm not lessening his performance. That's like I say, I agree with Chris, but you couldn't expect Bortoletto to do what Antonelli's done.
No.
It'd be physically impossible.
I mean, even Behrman had, a
Well,
great
Behrman, I'm
finish
calling it.
fourth in Mexico,
Yeah.
overtaking Max. Big, big, big achievement for him.
Yeah, I'm calling it now. If Ferrari's 2026 car doesn't look capable of winning, I see Hamilton gone by the halfway point and Behrman in it.
I can see Hamilton going by the end of 2026, no matter what.
Well, I think he'll go at the end of 2026. I think he's gone then anyway, unless he wins the championship or something silly.
As much as I love that to happen, and I really do, I don't think it will.
No, but the point I make is, if the car looks as bad as the 2025 car has on occasion, or if his season looks as bad as certainly the back end of 25 did, I can see him walking early. And like I said, I can see Behrman getting the promotion.
I hope they do promote Behrman.
I think they would. I think he's their best choice.
Yeah.
Ocon's a little bit too old, and I believe I read somewhere about a reserve driver they've got, but I think he'd be better fitted into the Haas to begin with.
Isn't there reserved Giovinazzi?
No, there was a rookie. I'm sure I read a thing about a rookie in the Ferrari program. Gio could still be their reserve. You mean Le Mans 24-hour winner for Giovinazzi?
Yes. Get him back in the house.
I know this bit Grosjean will be back. Grosjean on maze pin. I didn't want to open that can of worms. Chris is very quiet, which is kind of worrying.
Hadjar definitely for me gets Rookie of the Year.
Yeah. Like I say, I would agree with that one. So Hadjar, if you'd like your award, get in touch with us. We'll send it over. Imagine if Chris gets up tomorrow and there's a thing in his emails from like RB or Racing Bulls or something.
But it's. I'm not going to disagree. Yes, Hadjar's had a good season, considering like you say, where he was in Australia. I just think it's a bit too soon to be putting him alongside Max.
I unfortunately agree with you, but we are not in a position. We don't make them decisions on, sadly.
No. And I'm hoping that yes, it's 2026 and the cars are changing all this lot. I'm hoping for his sake that he can do well against him.
Mm.
Because otherwise...
I reckon he will. I reckon he'll give Max a fight, that's for sure.
We thought that about Yuki, though. We thought that about others like Perez.
Ricardo. Yeah,
but now a certain person's gone, there may be that chance.
It depends on how they've developed the car. All depends on this car. Whether it's a level playing field so both drivers get to develop the car, or whether it's going to be chucked back at Max again. I mean, considering it, I reckon if Max had won another championship, that car would have been developed to how Max likes it for next year. But now Max knows what he knows. I think it could be more of a level playing field between the two.
Which is what they should be doing from the word go, but we know not all teams are like that.
Correct.
And I'm really hoping that Ferrari have a better season next year.
Yeah, like they could do with something going back their way.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah, this is speaking not as a Hamilton fan. This is speaking just as a general fan of the sport.
Because
do a bit more.
Leclerc's frustrated. You could see, you could tell. Now, I have a question for you.
Was it me?
How many engines is Mercedes supplying next year?
And it 3 other teams?
4, including themselves, I was going to say.
Yeah.
Well, you're going to have Alpine, aren't you?
You've got themselves.
Yep.
You've got McLaren.
Yep.
Alpine.
Williams.
Williams.
Yeah.
Because Cadillac are using the Ferrari lump.
Yeah, they are.
Audi are coming in with their own. Which that is a great unknown in itself.
Yeah.
Obviously, Red Bull Racing Bulls are having their own.
Ford.
Yeah, but Ford, but technically they've been. It's just a development of the engine they've got now, isn't it? I think Ford are only really in as a name sponsor. It's not going to be a Ford engine as such.
Isn't Aston Martin going Renault?
Honda,
that was it. That's what I meant. Because Renault now completely finished.
Yeah, that's it. We should mark that. Show me that's the end of Renault in Formula One after a long period, a long time.
It's also the end of Sauber.
For now, that name could still return, yeah, because technically they are still there, just under the Audi.
Well, no, they're not.
I never thought that, but yeah.
No, they're not. Sauber's completely gone.
Yeah, well, it's both gone that way. They are fair dues.
Yeah, Sauber's gone now. It's Audi Revolut F1.
Mm.
It seems weird to see Audi back in the sport.
What do you mean back in? To my knowledge, they've never actually been in.
I thought they'd been in. Or was that Jaguar?
Maybe back during like the Auto Union days. I think Audi as such has never actually been in Formula One. Obviously been very successful in other forms of motorsport, particularly endurance racing and rallying.
Rally, yeah.
But to my knowledge, I mean, I'm willing to be proven wrong on this, I didn't think Audi have actually been in F1 before. Let's say, there could have been Auto Union cars back in like the 50s. I'm not going to...
There's Maserati. I know that.
Well, Enzo Ferrari was racing Maseratis.
Yeah.
When he decided he didn't like them, so he went and built his own.
Christ, Mercedes-Benz came around in about 1954.
Yeah, well, technically, Ferrari have been in F1 since its inception. They've been in it non-stop. Mercedes were there in 1950, but they've had a gap in between.
No, sorry, Ferrari were 51.
I don't think Ferrari have ever missed a season. Ferrari have never missed a season, I don't think.
No, Ferrari were in 1950, it was 51.
Ah, right.
Since 51, they've been part of F1.
Yeah.
So Mercedes were there in the early days, but they've had a gap out in between.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how they go.
Yeah, I mean, let's be honest, it's the first time in a while we've actually had... I mean, the last full new team was probably Haas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really. So it's been a while since we've had a new face on the block. You know, unlike buses, 2 come along at once.
I've heard, I don't know whether it's a rumour or whether it's true, but isn't Haas changing their name for next year?
The main sponsor will be Toyota Gazoo, isn't it?
Yeah.
Toyota Gazoo Racing, so they're going under the Gazoo Racing name. This isn't Toyota back in F1, by the way, before people start.
No.
It's still Ferrari engine, they're just being maybe it's paving the way for Toyota to come back in as a manufacturer, I wouldn't totally rule it out.
I haven't had that name in Formula 1 for a while.
Okay, so Audi were...
Back in the Arnold Julie days.
Yeah.
Audi were...
Yes, folks, some of us are that old.
Audi were in F1, technically, but it was more the, like you said, more the Auto Union days.
That's what I say. We've not had Audi in any kind of modern era F1.
Yeah. It was pre-war, pre-World War Two.
Which basically back then it was bring your road car, turn up and have a go.
Yeah, it was like 1935 to 1939. That's when they were last. But modern era, yeah.
Yeah, we've not. So go on, then I'll leave the next question for you, lads. Highlight of the season.
It's not my highlight of the season. Isn't even a race thing, so. Yeah.
I mean, well, if it relates to the season, I need to highlight. Then it's your highlight of the season. I didn't specify it had to be during a race, did I?
Terry Crews, Las Vegas, the pink Cadillac, and
Making my way downtown, walking fast, faces fast, and I'm homebound.
yeah, that.
I'm glad I left that on there.
That was my highlight for the season, to be honest.
Fair enough. That was a great. Yeah. I mean, I will say that. I was also saying, as much as it took some flack, the Mickey doing the fountains I thought was pretty good as well.
That wasn't recorded live.
Was it not?
No.
Oh, right. I did not know that bit.
No, it was a pre-record.
Oh, was it? All right.
Yeah.
Didn't know that bit.
Yeah,
Fair
I found
enough,
that one out. It was like, oh, okay. Oh, well. Didn't take any shine off it, though.
No, it was still very good. Go on, Alan, do you want to take second before I...
Nico Hulkenberg getting podium.
You just took mine from me, you bugger. Mine was very close between him and Sainz getting the podium at... well, you got two technically in the end, and you were getting the podium at Baku. But I think Hulkenberg to do it in that Sauber.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only
And
thing
those
is
conditions.
It kind of took the shine off Lando Norris's first home win.
Yeah.
And it was the whole thing around it, like the fact that he didn't realise he had to take his helmet into the cool-down room, so Lando had to bring it in for him.
But it was the fact that it was his first podium.
200 somewhere races in.
Yeah, but the weather conditions weren't great. It was a mix of conditions. So it wasn't a straightforward race. And as you said, in a Sauber, that's impressive. And so for me, yeah, he deserved it. And he's been close before.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So apart from that, David, then what would your other season
239 races Hulkenberg managed before his podium.
Yeah.
And let me put it this way, the next nearest to him was Carlos Sainz at 101. So he had that one quite well tied down. Like I say, my close number second would be Sainz at Baku.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably in general, Sainz's season, watching him drive past that Ferrari that kicked him out.
Yeah.
You know, as horrible as that sounds, the fact that I'm pretty sure by the end of the season he scored more points than Hamilton did.
No.
No, he didn't.
So Sainz got 64 points.
Hamilton got no. Not even close. Sorry, quick, Chris, grab that from the recording. Go out last 30 seconds. Yeah. But you know, to watch him get those results and get that car, and what that gives us for the future of Williams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see. Actually, I think James Vowles has really pushed the team forwards in a way that they'd been struggling to beforehand.
That's it. They secured fifth in the drivers' constructors, which is a massive achievement for Williams.
I'm not saying it will happen, but you look at what McLaren managed over the last 3 years, 3 or 4 years. Well, I don't know if Williams will quite get that high, but I can certainly see him getting a bit further up.
Who knows?
Oh, yeah, it's possible. And we're sat here talking about Sainz's World Championship.
That would be epic.
I mean, he's into a very limited list of families with multiple world titles. Okay, it's across 2 different sports in this situation, but...
Oh, yeah. Problem is, I've got quite a lot of respect for Sainz.
Junior or senior?
Junior,
yeah. I for both with Sainz Senior was a hell of... Told you I recall his rallying days well from my youth.
Hmm.
Him and Colin throwing Ford Focuses through a forest at stupidly fast speeds.
Yeah. So, another question for you is memorable race of the season.
Oh.
Go on, David.
No, go on, Alan, you can have this one first.
I'll let
Something
you.
real fucking memorable as we're both here stalling.
um,
It's all too easy to say the last half dozen because those are the freshest in the mind.
yeah. I think I would go Silverstone just because, purely simply, the weather conditions wasn't easy. Nobody knew what the weather was going to do. I mean, us Brits, we do like to put on a show. And we did.
I'd probably say the one that stands out to me, not for a great reason, is freaking Austria for Antonelli spearing Max Verstappen. That one hangs fresh in the brain. He didn't quite do the all four wheels off the ground that Alan somehow managed, but he wasn't far off.
Hey, you're never going to beat that. Go on, Chris. What about you, Chris?
Me?
He's having a think now.
No. I just want to say Monza.
Monza, fair.
Just, if I remember it, yeah, just for the little bit of the battles between the McLarens, but then
Me.
it's just, yeah, Monza. I like Monza. I don't know why. Monza can produce interesting results if the weather's,
Yeah.
as long as it's not a 3 hour, for nearly 3.5 hour delay. Oh,
Never going to be Canada's 5 hour.
remember that year. So, best fuck up of the season. Best strategy fuck up of the season.
Can I just say Ferrari and walk away?
I think for me, it would be McLaren actor.
Now, mine was close. I was going to say McLaren at Vegas for that little blunder with the rear floors.
The plank.
Yeah. I won't call him that, but I'm sure he's been disciplined since.
See, mine was a bit of a toss up between Qatar and Vegas. I think
Funny how he's told McLaren.
I think I'm going Vegas, to be honest.
I just think, especially towards that back end of the season, McLaren
There's too
were in
many
that
errors.
fight. Yeah. As daft as it sounds, and I am not a Red Bull fanboy, but you do not see stuff like that happening at Red Bull. Do you?
Well, you do it Ferrari because they did that in Miami. Not
Oh, you
Miami,
do?
sorry.
China.
Shanghai, China.
You do it for, yeah, but say you don't see Red Bull making silly errors like that.
No.
Getting cars DQ'd on technicalities.
No.
And this day I'm not kind of big Red Bull here. This is just when you're at the sharp end and you're fighting. I mean, at the end of the day, they still won everything, so I guess you could kind of joke that it didn't matter. But it certainly made things tighter than it probably needed to be.
Well, yeah.
My next one was... Oh, I'm sorry.
Out of all the normal drivers, don't take the rookies out of the equation, but out of the normal lot, who impressed you this season?
Jack doing for his sheer balls into turn 1 at Japan.
He's a rookie. Can't take a rookie.
I'd probably a safe answer, but I'm going to say Max.
See, he's joking about the Formula Ford.
Well, he did it in F1 as well, if you remember.
I know, but he did it recently again.
He did it twice during the Super Formula test.
Yeah.
I give the guy credit. He's got freaking balls. Until it's kind of flat out again. He crashed last time. What happens this time? Oh, I recognise this piece of wall. Yeah, my answer for Uzi Festival is probably Max to come back from that 104-point deficit to finish 2 points off the winner. Now, we do have to say at this point, yes, it wasn't just him, there was a team involvement, but to keep his head through all of that and just to keep, I'm still in this, let's go.
Yeah.
And like I say, it's probably a safe answer, but he gets my vote. I've no doubt he's doing some iRacing right now and thoroughly enjoying it.
Probably.
Didn't he miss the gala because he had a flu, and that flu was marked like the Spa iRacing event?
Don't know.
From what I understand, so he definitely missed the award.
I know he missed the
giving.
gala. He missed the award ceremony, yeah, I know.
And it's only because he had the flu, but from what I've heard, there was quite a big iRacing event going on that weekend.
Ah.
Anyway, go on, one of you two.
Alan?
I'm torn between two. And that's both Williams drivers.
Interesting.
Fair.
I think they both had a great season. They've improved. I mean, the whole team's improved so much this year. You know, having Sykes come in with the experience that he's got for driving for top teams, it's paid dividend. You know, he said it's a project for him.
Yeah.
And so far, it's working out for him.
Sparkles.
Yeah. You know, it's so yeah. I'm torn between Albon and Sainz. As I said, they've both had a great season. Yes, they've been cock-ups from both drivers, but they both done so well this year compared to previous years.
Fair enough. Can't argue with you.
Probably
Go on, Chris.
I want to say Russell. Just for his consistency.
Once again, a very solid shout, yeah.
You know, yeah, he was good against Hamilton in 24. But if you noticed, George only kind of weird because Hamilton won last year. Obviously, Silverstone. George only won one last year, didn't he? Or did he
Possibly,
win two and
I'd
get
have to go back
DQ'd? Where did because he got Brazil, didn't he?
I've just found a website called statsf1.com, which is amazing for stuff like this.
He won Austria last year.
Yeah.
And did he not inherit Spa?
He won Vegas.
I thought he won Spa and got DQ'd.
No, didn't. I thought
No,
the other guy got DQ'd and he took the win.
No, Spa's telling me it was Lewis. It was Hamilton last year.
Yeah, because I think.
So yeah, he won two last year. Austria, because obviously Max and Lando
Like,
together.
Yeah.
And then he won Russell won Vegas as well last year.
I always thought he won Spa and got DQ'd.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
He did win,
Yeah,
but got
exactly.
DQ'd in Spa.
So technically he won 3 but got DQ'd off 1.
Hmm.
He's quite like I said, George has he has been a little bit consistent and had a bit of luck on his side because he's won two this season.
Yeah.
But he's
Don't forget, he was in the championship hunt until about 4 races to go.
Yeah.
Well, that was it. He was there. He was always around that top 5. You could say top 5, really.
Mm.
But yeah, he's yeah. I just would put George Russell just for that reason, just for the consistency and okay, yeah, he had a couple of downfalls where the cars let him down, but that was the car, not him. Unlike Oscar, who binned it in Baku. That hurts as a McLaren fan, really does. Anybody else question? I think you had one, David, didn't you?
I don't know if it's kind of in cool. I was going to say biggest disappointment of the season.
Ferrari.
Pardon?
Ferrari.
Ferrari.
Need I say any more?
Biggest disappointment of the season? Yeah, to be honest, I would have to say Ferrari as well.
All right, just to sort of be different then, I totally see that. I would possibly say the season of Yuki.
Yeah.
You know, another, what we thought was a solid driver who got chewed up and spat out by the Red Bull second seat. And who sadly appears to have cost him currently, as we sit here, his career in F1. He may be back into it later. We don't know.
Well, he is the reserve. He is Red Bull's reserve.
Yeah, but that reserve isn't front line, is it? You know.
No, he's the reserve and development driver. Which is fair that they've not just gone, right, well, you know.
Yeah, but I think that's quite normal to keep him around pretty much because they don't want another team to poach him half the time, I think. Like Danny Rick was still somewhere around Red Bull, wasn't he, till pretty much this season.
Now, well, it's like Bottas.
Yeah, he was Merck's reserve. He's now going to Caddy next year.
Yeah. Saw a great photograph of Bottas and Perez. Bottas with
I've seen a lot.
Bottas with a cheeky look on his face.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait to see
track.
You what?
I can't wait to see Bottas back in the car.
He's got his 5-second penalty though.
And Perez.
Well, I don't mind. I would love to see both of them back in the car.
Yeah, Bottas and Perez. To see them both back into it's going to be great.
Will we get any Bottas bowling?
I'm just hoping we see a Force India Perez rather than a Red Bull Perez.
Yeah.
I really do. I really hope we can get that one back because that's the Perez that I absolutely still love. Used to big him up from the second. I remember when we discovered that Red Bull, when he was leaving. Well, he was being forced out of, shall we say, at the time, Force India, and Red Bull had to see. We spent several podcasts talking about how Red Bull should hire him.
Yeah.
I still like to think we deserve a cut of his fee because I think we made it happen.
Now, quick question for you.
Go on.
If you were the team principal at Aston Martin, would you...
Probably be gone.
He'll be gone straight away.
I don't even finish that sentence. Probably gone.
Would you bring Yuki in because of the tie with Honda? Would you buy him out of the Red Bull development, the reserve role at Red Bull and bring him into Aston Martin?
No.
If you could make it work financially, I mean, I got business here. If that meant Honda got the hand in the pocket a little bit deeper, probably yes. I tell you now, if I had that kind of power at Aston Martin, Stroll would be down the job centre. There'd be no two ways about it. Now, who you'd put in his place? I mean, yeah, if a Japanese driver could maybe get you some credit with Honda and help with that relationship, then it makes sense. My personal preference would be to get a rookie in and distill some of that Fernando Alonso magic into somebody.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean,
Now, just a quick one before you all answer Alan there. We did forget about a certain reserve driver for Ferrari.
Which is,
Guan Yu Zhou.
yeah,
Yeah.
but wasn't he technically Chinese, not Japanese? Shanghai, wasn't it?
He's China, but
China, yeah.
we forgot he was. That's the thing. We forgot he was a reserve.
I actually thought it was Giovinazzi.
I think Gio was listed as well.
Yeah, Gio is listed. Carry on, Alan, with your answer.
Yeah, no, I mean, I wouldn't stick Yuki in with Aston Martin. Yes, get rid of Stroll straight away. No question about it. But as Dave said, get a rookie in.
Mm.
Fernando's got so much experience.
I say, if you could distill that into a new guy,
I mean, he did. I mean, Alonso done well towards the end of the season.
Hmm.
But he's a driver that can pull off a miracle if you need it.
yeah. Well, I think he just decided he wanted to keep an eye on Bartoletto up close. He decided to basically follow him around back out of the season. He just stuck to him.
Yeah, get a rookie in there. Let the rookie take control.
Who though?
Use
I mean, at this point, I'd have to go to anybody who knows F2 a bit better than me.
well, you got Djokovic in the reserve driver.
Who's not?
Is
No,
he
he's not. He's gone.
Oh yeah, he went. But Djokovic would have been a great suit.
Well,
For
Drogovic.
it.
Yeah, Drogovic would have been, but they didn't give him a chance.
Look, Daddy's money talked.
You know, I'm looking at the F2 driver list here from last year now. I don't know which ones are affiliated with which teams. That's the problem. But I'd be looking at any of like the top 3 of the championship from the F2.
Who is it?
Fornaroli won it from Crawford from Vershaw.
For sure.
Crawford could be a good shout.
You two know more about F2 than me, so
Crawford's got ties with Red Bull.
I'm looking at a list of names,
I
mate. I've got no
think.
more information than that.
I think Crawford's got ties with Red Bull. Richard Verschaw's.
Richard Vershaw looks like McLaren because the car looks very McLaren-esque.
Yeah.
It's orange.
Richard Verschaw is McLaren.
Are you sure he's Red Bull? Because Red Bull appears to be Kozlov and Lindblad.
Oh, Arvid Lindblad and who?
In fact, it's Lindblad that's going up to Racing Bulls next year, isn't it?
Yeah.
And Nikola Tezlov.
Well, sounds like Tesla.
Oh.
But yeah.
Crawford is Dams, which is, if my memory serves me right, it's Alpine.
Oh right, yeah.
It looks very. I'm going off the car liveries here. They look kind of Alpine, kind of maybe a little bit Williams.
Hmm.
But that Fornoli is Invicta Racing.
Yep.
Invictus.
Invicta. There's no S on the end. And he's Italian, so you'd instantly get bonus points with the Tifosi.
Yeah, but
You could actually convince Italians not to wear red shirts, which is always a good achievement.
but the problem is you've got like we say, you've got the likes of Behrman who could step up, and you could have the possibility of Guan Yu Zhou. Giovinazzi is the reason why they've got 2, why they've still got Gio listed, is because it's in case Guan Yu Zhou would need to step in for any reason, but Guan Yu Zhou's there because of when Giovinazzi does his WEC.
Yeah. Hang on, are Are we on about Ferrari? Or are we on about Aston Martin here? We've kind of jumped between. I've lost track of where we're exactly.
Well, you guys were on about Ferrari, but yeah.
Well, no, we're on about who we put in the Aston Martin, weren't we?
So
Ferrari, you were on about from earlier.
Sorry, ART is Alpine Academy.
Yeah.
F2. Because you got the likes of Victor Martins.
Yeah.
S. Montoya, would that in fact chance to be the son of Colombian as well? Could be.
What are you on about Pablo?
Juan Pierre, would that be the son of the great Juan
Don't
Pablo?
know. Unsure.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
And he's Prema, isn't he?
Yep.
Yeah. I'm just looking at the names here, and just that name jumped out at me for quite obvious reasons.
See, if it was gonna, yeah, Campos is Red Bull.
Although I will say now, let's go back to if I was the Aston Martin. There is the curveball option, which is what female has the nearest to a super license, and go for all that women in power sponsorship money.
Who is the development?
Is it Jade Edwards or is it the other one?
Oh, you think we'd know this, but it's not Ella Hakkinen because she's McLaren.
She's McLaren.
I wanted to say
Jess Hawkins.
I was going to say I wanted to.
Yes.
I was going to say I wanted to say Jess Hawkins, but I wasn't sure.
I always get her and Jade Edwards crossed for some reason. They were both in touring cars.
I was going to say. I thought Jade Edwards was a touring car driver.
Yeah, but she's definitely done some development driving with one of the teams.
Yeah, well, she's Aston Martin's head of F1 Academy and driver ambassador.
I mean, just in general, we can all agree Stroll would be gone and somebody else would be in that seat.
Oh, assuming we were given the power to basically tell Lawrence, look, he's an idiot, get rid of him.
And there are people out there on the internet who actually do kind of like Stroll, and it's like, why?
Look, there is some poor bastard at Sky who's got to make a Lance Stroll victory thing to go the bottom corner of the screen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Talk about, that's up there with fitting indicators to BMWs for useless jobs.
Yeah, but the thing is, he wasn't so bad when he was alongside Perez.
He's had moments of all right, but
there's been moments where, like, he was alongside the.
And then there was Brazil. Was it year before last where he just drove into a gravel trap?
Yeah.
You know.
And then there was where he ended up putting bloody Alonso airborne.
Yeah, they weren't teammates at the time, we hasten to point out there.
Yeah,
that was Circuit of the Americas, wasn't it?
Was it not Hungary?
No, that was the back straight at Kota.
I can't remember.
I am 99% sure it was the back straight at Circuit of the Americas.
I thought
it was amazing how that Alpine at the time actually stood up to that and kept going.
I thought it was Hungary. He got him airborne. But
unless it's happened twice, but the one I'm thinking of is definitely.
Actually, happened twice now, no luck.
Yeah, I'd put somebody else alongside Alonso. Really.
Would it be Yuki? Like I say, I would say generally no, but a checkbook can talk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be honest, probably part of the reason Perez is going to kind of like, we always knew he carried big Mexican money with him.
Yeah.
So, you know, money talks, sadly.
But I'd rather have them two in Cadillac than some American driver alongside Bottas.
I actually, like I say, I've said it before, to me, give it 2 years of these two, develop the car, whoever's doing best, keep them for a third year, and then add a rookie in. Probably an American.
Don't bring Sargent back.
A rookie. A
The
rookie.
TP.
No, you only have to come back for Abu Dhabi if things are looking tight.
Oh.
The problem is, I don't think there is many
Well, no, because
American
they probably all been
drivers.
snatched by IndyCar.
Well, the thing is, no, because IndyCar points actually count towards super license, don't they? 'Cause I remember watching a video a while ago
Yeah.
of drivers who technically were entitled, who were eligible for Formula One.
Well, it was like Pato Award and stuff like that for McLaren.
Scott Dixon and all them. Now they're technically probably a little bit on the old side,
Yeah.
but they, in theory, have the points and the.
Well, Grosjean could probably bloody come back if he wanted.
Got Scott McLaughlin, so yeah, there's plenty of options there. But
Funny
I
enough,
say,
you actually got Jack Crawford, who is American.
I was looking to see if any of these names jumped out, particularly in US, but yeah, Crawford there at
Yeah.
Dams again. I mean, Montoya, Colombian, he's South America, so you got that option.
But we'll just have to see what happens with Cadillac.
Yeah.
And the likes of Audi as well. We'll see. Have to see what happens there.
Mm-hmm. You reckon we move on to the bit I know you're both so looking forward to?
I had one final question for you. And that would be, if you were Stefano Domenicali, what would you change? Now, you obviously, this isn't the head of the FIA. What would you change about F1 if you could?
Or what kind of power does Dominicale have?
Well, he's...
Well, even apart from rubbing Lando's head every time he wins.
No, wrong person.
No,
He's
what's
the CEO
Stefano?
of Formula One.
Yeah.
It was Stefano Domenicali who was rubbing his head.
Was it? I thought it was
Yes.
the other one.
I thought it was
No.
Mohammed.
No,
Mohammed
it's
did it at the
Stefano.
gala.
I did it. Also did it at the...
Because Stefano did it when he was waiting, while they're waiting for
Probably.
him to come back in.
It's knowing what he'd have. I mean, I've already said a few times what my changes to F1 would be.
Get rid of Briatore. If they're banned, they're banned. Simple as.
Good shout.
Kind of agree with that. I kind of...
Like I say, maybe the one I push would be the, like I said, every weekend to sprint weekend.
Well, that would have to be... Yeah, well, that would be after the FIA... under FIA consideration.
That would be my big push.
Yeah, if you've been banned from Formula One for whatever reason,
You're banned.
whether it's been overturned or everything like that, it's game over. You're not coming back full stop.
Yeah.
Doesn't give much hope up for Cadillac then, does it, either?
But especially someone like Briatore, who we know.
The other one that's in... I want to get his name right as well.
But if you've been banned, you've been banned. Simple as.
Yeah.
Don't come back. No matter what your description is,
Yeah.
that's it.
In most other worlds, that would be the case.
Well, it's Pat Simmons as well.
Yeah.
But he only got a 5-year ban.
But if you've been banned, you're banned.
Yeah.
5 years or whatever. You're not coming back to Formula One. You can go to any other sport you want to, but not Formula One.
Yeah, I'd go with that.
Obviously, one can't come back because he died. One can't lose his ban because he died. It was the Ferrari guy for passing Ferrari sequence to McLaren under the Spygate thing.
Yeah.
But Briatore was given an indefinite ban. So he should.
And yet we learned what indefinite meant. It meant about 4 years.
Also, bring back some funky liveries. Take Jordan's for inspiration with his liveries.
Yeah, I'd like to see more more kind of liveries the way they used to be, but I get why they can't do the liveries the way they used to be.
It's a spawn. I mean, I'd love for McLaren to be able to fully run that Gulf livery. But we don't. Williams, so yeah. Didn't McLaren ran a Gulf tribute, didn't they? Back in Monaco a couple of years ago.
They both Williams and McLaren have done a Gulf livery. And
of course, McLaren had that Senna tribute, green and yellow, a couple of years ago.
That was nice.
Yeah.
The spot I got my Aston Martin hoodie off keep advertising Senna edition McLaren hoodies, and it's like every time it's like, oh, that's tempting.
Yeah, I know.
They do look good. They do look good.
I know. I've had a look as well.
That I think I linked you to it. That website actually just seemed legit because I've got the okay, mine's a 2024 Aston Martin hoodie.
Yeah.
I got it like 70% off retail because it was 2024.
Well,
you know, it's the right colour. It's got the right things on it, and I like it. So.
Yeah. Right.
So, for the second year running, the annual GT UK F1 quiz. You'll be pleased to know it's not entirely numbers based this year.
Thank Christ.
There are some numbers questions in it, but not all of them.
Does this mean I've got to turn Google off?
Yes.
Well, yeah, because I don't want you googling the answer. It's done it, you muppet.
I know. I was using the browser for a couple of things.
No, my is switched off.
So I don't know whether
I'll go one further and turn my screen off. So I don't have that temptation.
This is where it disconnects from Discord.
No, my monitor is off.
So I've got 10 questions.
Right.
What do you want me to do? Do you want to do a question and an answer? Do you want to do all the questions and all the answers again at the end?
All the questions and all the answers, I think.
Right, so I'll just make a thing and I can make a note of the answers you two give me, then I can refer back to them.
Yep.
And what we'll do, to try to make it a bit fairer, basically, question 1 I'll let Chris go first, then we'll swap to Alan, just so...
Yeah.
Right, so question 1 is a numbers question. Trust me, there's only a couple. What was the difference between the championship winner, Lando Norris's points, and the last driver who actually scored points?
Jesus Christ, there you start with a good one, don't you?
Oh yeah.
Who the fuck was the last driver to score points?
I can give you that if you want, because I don't think that'll alter. Because what I want is a difference in numbers.
Yeah.
So the last driver who scored points was actually Gabriel Bortoleto. But I'm not giving you his points number, and I'm not giving you Norris's points number. And I want the difference between those two numbers. So Chris, you get to go first.
$237 points.
Alan? Was that an answer, or was that you falling off the sofa?
Me falling off the sofa.
It is.
I want to say 395.
Okay. So that's 297 and 395. I'll give the answers at the end. Question number 2. In 2025, every team had at least one race where neither driver scored points. At which race did this happen for Red Bull? Alan, you get to answer first.
Neither driver
scored points. There was only one race where it happened for Red Bull. Every team had at least one. Some teams had multiple. Which one did happen for Red Bull?
That's a good question.
I'm glad that.
I think throughout the years, or throughout the season.
I could do a countdown clock on the soundboard, couldn't I? So I'm going to start pushing you.
Hungry.
Chris, same question.
I want to say Austria.
Okay. So question 3, we are back to Chris answering first. Which race had the most DNFs this year?
Fucking hell. I want to say Baku.
Baku.
I really
Okay.
can't remember.
Chris, Alan.
I think it was Baku.
You can both give the same answer. That's perfectly allowed. Obviously, I will give answers at the end. Right, so question 4, Alan to answer first.
Did you say, but is that your answer, Alan?
Yeah.
Your answer? I'm sorry, I should have confirmed. Yeah, okay, no problem. Okay. At one race, 11 cars finished a lap down, the most of any race this season. Which race was it?
Monaco.
One says Monaco. Chris?
What was that? 11.
The
at
most cars
one-
to finish a lap down was 11. To actually finish a lap down was 11. At which race did that happen?
Yeah, I want to say Monaco and all.
And a lot of crossovers here. You're either both going to score points or you're both going to not score points. Right. Question number 5. Who got the most fastest lap awards in the 2025 season? This will be Chris to answer first.
Oscar?
Okay.
Charles Leclerc.
Leclerc.
It's a bit different.
Okay. Question number 6. Which team got the fastest pit stop this season?
Aaron.
Chris?
It's
I like how Alan's now just gone, first thought, say it, done.
it's 1 or 2. Yeah, I will say McLaren.
Okay. Question number 7. How many pole positions did Max Verstappen get this year?
Fucking hell.
This is Chris to answer first. Look, you didn't want it all to be numbers. I was going for obscurity here. Trust me, it gets weirder after this one.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Which barrel did you scrape?
All of them. So go on. How many pole positions did Max Verstappen get in 2025? This doesn't include sprints, I will hasten to add. I should probably add that as context. This is just races. Just main races.
4?
4. Alan?
I'll say 10.
Okay. Question number 8. How many British drivers have won an F1 World Championship? This is Alan to answer first.
Seven?
11.
7.
7. Chris?
This is including current.
Yeah, this is the end of the 2025 season.
Okay. 5.
5. Okay. Question number 9. Don't worry, we're nearly there. 35 drivers have won at least one World Championship. But how many drivers have only won a single one?
Can you repeat that?
Okay, there are 35 drivers who have won at least one F1 World Championship. But how many drivers have only won one?
And who's answering this one first?
You are.
This will be you first.
So it's 35 drivers, but only so many have
30
won just
35
one.
drivers. Yeah, and like obviously, Michael Schumacher's won 7, Lewis Hamilton's won 7. Lando has only won 1 so far. How many other drivers have only won 1? Didn't get that second one. I haven't done up till the current point.
8.
8. Alan?
12.
12. Okay. And finally, question number 10. Up until Italy this year, how many points finishes did Oscar Piastri have without a gap?
Which Italy you on about?
I have it down as Italy, not Emilia Romagna, so I'm guessing I mean Monza by that.
Just what I'd ask.
No, fair enough, fair point. But yeah, how many consecutive points finishes did Oscar Piastri have? This is Alan to answer first.
6.
6. Okay. Chris?
7.
You'll be pleased to know that is the end of the quiz.
Woohoo.
At a quick tally, I think Alan has just won it.
Go on,
But
give us the answers.
I will go through the answers. So, question number 1. What is the difference in points between championship winner Lando Norris and the last driver to score points? The last driver was Gabriel Bartletto, who scored 19 points. Lando scored 423. So 423 take away 19 leaves 404. Alan was the closest with 395. Question 2. In 2025, every team had at least one race where neither driver scored points. At which races happened for Red Bull? Chris got that right with Austria.
Which is what I thought.
Yeah.
Yep. So Chris got that one. Question 3. Which race had the most DNFs? You actually both said Baku and you were both wrong. It was Australia, had 6.
Okay.
Right at the start of the season.
Yeah.
At one race, 11 cars finished a lap down. Which race was it? You both said Monaco. It was Singapore.
Really?
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Right. Who got the most DHL fastest lap awards in the 2025 season? I could actually have taken 2 answers because it was Norris and Piastri got 6 each.
Okay.
So Chris gets that point for Oscar Piastri. Which team got the fastest pit stop? It was McLaren at 1.91 seconds at Monza.
Jesus.
So you both got that.
Yeah, but just 1.9. 1.9.
0.91. 1.91. Nuts, innit?
You couldn't
Question 7.
You couldn't even change a fucking car tire in that amount of time.
You couldn't change a light bulb in
can.
that amount of time. McLaren can do 4.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, how many pole positions did Max Verstappen get in 2025? Chris was closest. Alan was closest. He said 10. The answer was actually 8.
So who was closest? Alan there.
Alan, because he said 10. You said 4.
Well, that was... I really didn't think he'd got that many.
No. Right. How many British drivers have won an F1 World Championship? The answer was 11.
Alan was
So
close.
Alan got that by saying 7. You said 5.
Yeah.
Question 9. 35 drivers have won at least one World Championship, but how many have only won a single one? The answer was 17.
Really?
Nearly half are only single World Champions.
Christ.
So Alan gets that. He said 12.
Yeah.
Now, question 10. I'm not sure if you guys didn't quite understand it because the answer is actually quite comical. Because up until Italy 2025, how many point finishes did Oscar Piastri have without a gap? You two said 6 and 7. The answer was 42.
Ah.
It was since Vegas 2023.
Right, so you meant...
I didn't just mean this season.
Yeah, okay. You could have specified that a bit.
Yeah, but that might have given it away. That might have given away.
Maybe, maybe not.
But anyway, so by my rough maths, Alan has 5. Chris has 4.
Well,
I'd have to look back and see who won last year's. I can't honestly remember, but
I think, if I'm right, it was Chris who won it last year.
because we'll have to decide it next year.
Yeah.
But we all know the true winner was the audience. It was the audience who got to listen to this masterpiece.
I'd be interested to know how many of the people listening got them answers.
Yeah, if you played along at home, please write in and let us know, where you sat on that one.
And did any of them questions actually surprise you? Because some of them, yeah. Especially the Max one for me.
I was just
And his
trying
balls.
to, I tried to keep it varied a bit. 'Cause like I say, you said you did, because last year I did all numbers.
Yeah, you did.
I know you said you didn't want that. So, but the trouble is, I've then got to try and come up with all the different.
See, the British one, I was trying to work out who. So obviously you had the likes of, obviously, Button, Hamilton,
Lando.
Jim Clark,
Hill. Graham Hill.
Graham Hill. Then you've also got Damon Hill, Jackie Stewart, James Hunt.
Yeah.
So it's remembering all the older ones as well.
Yeah.
Well, I say they should bring Portimao back, That was a great. And who do you reckon holds the lap record for Portimao?
Maybe somebody daft like Takuma Sato. Or...
No, it's only ever had 2 races.
Bottas.
Wow, no.
Go on.
Hamilton.
Hamilton.
Well, they only ever held the thing in 2020, didn't they, during pandemic time? It's only ever had 2 2 years, and
Yeah.
Hamilton won both.
Okay, to give you all the British world champions, I've got it in front of me now.
Go on.
You've got Mike Hawthorne,
Right.
Graham Hill,
Yep.
Jim Clark,
Mm-hmm.
John Surtees,
Yeah.
Jackie Stewart,
Of course. So Jackie.
James Hunt,
Yep.
Nigel Mansell,
All right.
Damon Hill,
Of course.
Hamilton,
Yep.
Button and Norris.
Yeah.
I forgot about. I actually would admit I forgot about Mansell.
I must admit, Hawthorne's the one that tripped me up.
Hawthorne and one of the other ones I completely forgot. Didn't realise. One of them I will admit I've never heard of.
Which one's that, Hawthorne? Or Surtees?
No, Surtees.
John Surtees, yeah.
Is
It's
that
a name I've heard.
Is it not Tyrrell? No. Or am I thinking of? Because I know Brundle ran Tyrrell.
Yeah, Brundle never won a championship.
Well, we know that. Even though he's a legend.
Yeah. John Surtees won it in the Ferrari.
Oh.
Wow, that season had 10 Grand Prix in it. 19... Was it? Yeah, 1964. Monaco, Netherlands, Belgium, France, Britain, Germany, Austria, Italy, USA and Mexico.
Well, Zandvoort has been around since 1952.
Yeah. But yeah, 10 Grand Prix. So what we're saying for about 24 now?
Hmm.
Yeah.
10 by then.
I reckon
It was only
bring back the
17 when
German.
Button won it.
Yeah.
And it's quite interesting because the book that I'm actually holding in my hand right now.
It's not the FIA rules.
No. It's the Formula One
fuck.
maps stats from every Grand Prix track.
Hmm.
And it's actually forwarded by Sir Jackie Stewart.
Very nice.
But it's actually done by Maurice Hamilton.
Hmm.
Weirdly enough. But it's crazy to think that there's some tracks in this book, like Zolder and Sebring and all that lot.
Hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
it's crazy to think that Monza's been in a different layout, not the modern layout. It was like 1922, and Spa, Francorchamps was 1925.
Hmm.
Yeah, Monty used to have that big old bank.
Yep.
Curbs, didn't they?
You could never get an F1 car around there. Well, Nürburgring
It's fun to
had it as
try,
well.
though.
Like I said, we could have tried. Do you know what I mean?
Well, Nürburgring had. That was where Lauda had his accident, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So
I'd
is
love to
it-
see German
Eh?
track back on them. I'd love to see a German track back.
Be more Hockenheim, I think, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Well, even Hockenheim was a solid circuit. Or even just the Nürburgring GP loop.
Oh, the GP loop. Yeah, the GP loop. But it'd have to be re-certified. It could handle
Yeah.
it. Is there anything you two want to add?
Just to say that it has been, in my opinion, one of the best seasons we've had in sort of recent memory.
Great.
Obviously, going right down to that tight finish. And let's hope that next year a new regs bring us more of the same.
Agreed.
And just to say thank you to anyone who's listened throughout this year to us. Waffle on incoherently most of the time. To Chris rant about the FIA at any given opportunity.
Every week.
Yeah, honestly, God, we've got that many soapboxes around here. It's starting to look like a packing company.
Apart from this week.
And a big thank you to Chris for having us on with him.
Yeah. Yeah. Hope this contract gets renewed for next year. Oh, wait. You're not lucky enough for it not to be, I know.
You're stuck with us.
And obviously, I just want to say, obviously, thank you to everybody that's listened, wherever you are. I mean, me and the guys have done this 3 seasons, about 3 years or so.
3 or 4 now, isn't it? It's getting
Something
up
like
there.
that. And, you know, I'm very grateful for everybody that listens. I'm grateful for these two coming around and, you know, and sort of
I think everyone
wanting to do it.
involved deserves a good.
And obviously, since we are so close to Christmas, I am going to say, you know, have a good Christmas and a good New Year. You know, happy holidays, happy Hanukkah, and
Yeah.
all that lot. Wherever you're from.
Whichever one you celebrate, we hope it's a good one.
And we shall see you again in the new year for when the new season starts. So, until then.
Adios, amigos.
So long, and thanks for the fish.
Goodbye for now.